Welcome back to my channel. So I decided today that I was going to finish up the bullet journaling and just show you guys the overlook of what I have so far in my bullet journal, and then the rest I will just be uploading to Twitter or Instagram of just like pictures and whatnot. I'm not going to make another video unless it's requested, or maybe next month I might do like a plan with me or something or another, but I thought that I would just wrap everything up in this video and tell you what a bullet journal is and what you need and just all that stuff based on what I have and what I gathered. So I'm not a professional bullet journal, and if you are, that's great, but I'm not. So I got most of my inspiration off of Pinterest, and I purchased most of the things for my bullet journal actually from the Dollarama and a thrift store, just cheap stuff. And yeah, so in my opinion, a bullet journal is just like a planner, only it's something that you get to plan yourself and you get to design yourself. So it's kind of super fun. So a few things that you're going to need for your bullet journal is markers, pens, rulers, a journal, and I would suggest buying a bigger one than a smaller one, and I will show you why in just a second. A ruler, I already said that. Glue sticks. Excuse you. Sticky notes, memo pages, tape, pencils, and then just like stickers and like fun templates, anything that you might need for your bullet journal. So let's go ahead and start with the first bullet journal that I thought was going to be a good idea. So you are looking at the very first journal that I started with, and this is the journal that I honestly thought that I was going to stick with. As you can tell, it has some stuff in it, which means I thought this was going to be it. Like, that is a good sunshine, and that is good cursive writing. That is a good title page. But this is not the journal I ended up using. It's just like a really awkward size. It's not like hardcover. It's like bendable. The string like pops off. It's just super annoying, especially when you're trying to write in it. And this is just like moving around. So I do not recommend this. It's also just tied together. So if that came loose, I would lose all of my work. So I just decided that this journal was a no-go. So next up, I have the very next journal that I stumbled upon. So if you're wondering prices, the first journal I showed you was $3.50 from Dollarama, and this one was also $3.50. It's a little bit smaller. It's also lined, which I'll show you guys in just a second, and it's hardcover, so it works a little bit better. And it has this like little cover thing. So this is where I started. I had everything all planned out. You're gonna see a lot of different things happening in the one I have now. I just found this was like way too small for half the things I wanted to do. Like, if you take a look back at the mood tracker, I had to double up on columns because I didn't have enough to finish the whole month, and that's just something that I would have run into every single time. So I just decided to buy a bigger journal and start over. So that was my scratch pen page. So this is where you really need to have like a plan, and you need to stick to your plan. Like, don't jump back and forth like I did. Obviously I didn't need to start over 5 times, but I am picky, and that's just, I want my bullet journal to be perfect, and I'm just going to keep trying over and over again until it is. So just stick with your plan. Don't overthink your plan, and like change it up some. Find your inspiration and just keep to the plan that you decide that you're doing, so that you don't have yourself in a situation like me and restarting a million times before your journal is actually done. So now it is time for what this video was even made for, is my journal overview, look through thingy, flip through. I don't even know what they call these videos, honestly. This is my journal. I am sticking with this one. When this one's full, I will just buy another one like this. It's just a med like spiral notebook, and I like it because it's easy to tear pages. So if I don't like something or I mess up, which I have, I can just rip it out and start over. I don't have to go buy a brand new journal. This was 75 cents from my thrift store, and I don't even think it had any pages taken out of it. So let's start with the flip through. So the main reason why I like this journal is because it has a little front pocket here, which is super easy if I need to store any stickers or stencils or anything in my journal, where it's not going to be lost if I'm going overnight or I want to take this like in the car or something and work on it, which obviously can't work on it in the car. That was stupid. But anyway, if I'm going somewhere and I want to take my journal to work on, this pocket is going to come in handy. Okay, so the first page is the index page, and you don't have to tell me that I have very messy writing because I already know that. I'm a very organized person, but in a very messy manner, which makes no sense whatsoever, but it just means that everything has a place to go. It's just really messy once it's there. So like, my drawers is organized but messy at the same time, and so is my journal. That's just the way I like it. That's how I plan better, and I like looking at messy handwriting. I don't know why, it's just something that I like to look at. So this is my index page. We're going to go ahead and flip on through. So page 1 is my monthly overview, and you're probably looking at this and being like, what is this? This is the thing that happened to me. I started with pen. I didn't do anything with pencil because I didn't like the eraser marks. So I was making full out calendars and whatever, and this is just a template that I chose and that I just like. So I just have August 2017 because that's what month we're in, and then the days and the numbers of the month all the way down the side, and personal, school. Obviously nothing important happening at the school here right now because I'm not in it, but just like stuff that I need to know is just there. It's easy to write down. I don't know if I'll stick with this template or if something better will come up before September gets here, but this is what it is for now. I also have an extras, which obviously I have nothing to say so far, and just a notes section so that I can write more, because this is a little bit of not a lot of space. Page 2 is a 6-month outlook, and I decided to do 6 month because we're in August right now, but you know, with such busy like schooling and stuff like that, if I have an exam on a date where I also have a doctor's appointment, that's obviously not going to work. So it's going to be super easy to open my journal and just say, okay, that Thursday in November does not work, even though most cases it doesn't happen, but it could. So this is what we're looking at, and I did all different colors just to make it fun, but mostly I did a gray with the arrows and stuff like that just to make it pop. So that is page 2. So page 3 we have the feels for the day, and this is also in the same way as my monthly tracker, just the days and the numbers down the side. And then this is intentionally what my plan is. I don't really know how this is going to work for next month, but you can connect the dots, and I did faces, so that's cool. And I have goals for next month over here, the highlights of my month, and then the end of the month thought for August. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I have a lot of thoughts, so this is where you're supposed to put them. So page 4 is my daily planner type thing, and I didn't give myself very much room because I don't have busy days right now. I might have to do a different template for when I start school or work, but this is what's going to work for right now because I literally have nothing to write in here. Page 5 is just my August 2017 Q&A challenge. If you're not doing the question challenge or never heard of this, type it in on Pinterest or Google and a whole bunch of questions will come up. You just answer the questions for the month that you're on, and yeah, I don't know if it's going to be like repeated or whatever, or if they'll change it for 2018. I'm hoping so because this is super fun and it's just like a thought a day basically, so yeah. This is going to be such a long video, but I promise we're almost done. So page 6 is my dump page, which basically means like all of the weird DIYs or like stupid puns I find on Pinterest. If I like them enough, I can just write them on the dump page and they can be put into an organized system later. Right now I'm just writing like how I feel at the end of the day. Like today I put had a bad anxiety day because that's what was today. The second was I had an awesome day shopping. So just like whatever I'm feeling, and I might write quotes in here. I don't know, but this is the dump page, and I think this is a good idea just because, again, I have a lot of thoughts. So the last page is page 7, and this is my year in pixels. So this is basically supposed to be like a mood tracker for the whole year, which a lot of people do because it saves from having to write it out every month. But since I did such an easy template for the mood tracker, I decided to do the anxiety levels for the year in pixels. So this is my code. So blue is no anxiety, yellow is feel it, orange is on edge, purple is not good, and then red is the worst possible anxiety that I have, and that's no fun. So if you don't know what year in pixels is, go check it out on Pinterest. It's like super fun to do. I started down here, and I mean, obviously nobody wants to really like track their anxiety levels, but I'm weird and I feel like it will be fun to look at a whole year of pixelated anxiety levels, especially since my anxiety is super high. So if this is what you struggle with, maybe coloring in a square a day might help you, or maybe it won't, but I'm gonna give it a try. So that is that. So that's the end of my flip through. I really hope you guys liked my journal or found some inspiration from it. Again, most of it came from Pinterest because that is also what I do with my life. So if you need to find more or don't like templates, change it up, make it your own, or go check more out on Pinterest. Thank you guys for watching, and again, this is the end of the bullet journaling videos until next month. Thank God. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell down there so you get notified every time I post a video, and I'll be back.